Hey man, hello and welcome to Two Grumpy Vets and a Dude. This is a show that each week allows for three friends to get together and live life intentionally. We do this by throwing a little social commentary with our own weird sense of humor and our thoughts together to show folks that having weekly conversations is a good way to help each other out, help men become better men. And so now on with the show with Bryan, Rich, and the Dude.
Dude, what's up?
What's going on?
Not much, man. About to die.
Why is that?
I have gotten ambitious over the last couple days.
That's a word for you.
What?
That is a pretty big word for you.
Yeah. Well, you see, and Bryan said he'll be here in a second. So, Monday, I'm sitting on the front porch, and I'd set trash can out. My neighbor across the street sets theirs out, Monday evenings. Well, his wife brings out a table on her dolly and sets it by the trash can, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at it. I'm like, that look kind of sturdy. I might have to go check that out later. Well, it kind of rained, so I didn't worry about it till the next day. And it's trash day. And the trash men don't pick stuff up like that, right?
Right.
Basically you just set it on the curb and someone comes, gets it, and cool. And if not, it sits there till someone comes, gets it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Tuesday, trash come by and I walked out, get my trash can, and I'm like, hang on, let me go check that thing out. I'll go over there, and that thing's got metal legs. I'm like, oh, yeah. I look at the top, I lean it over, look at the top. It's like 1.5 inches thick. Holy shit, what the hell are they doing this way for? All right, so I went back, took my trash can up, got my two-wheel dolly, and I went right over there, loaded that thing up, brought it over to my house. Because, I think I had said a couple weeks ago, I was thinking about building a table for say my generator. You still there, dude?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. But, and I was looking into the cost of it. It was looking like it was going to cost me $100 bill. And I'm like, damn, I just don't want to spend that money, And so,
I think you faded out. I think you faded out when you're trying to explain what you are going to use the table for.
Oh, my generator. Put my generator on.
Oh, okay.
So
it could possibly be used as an anvil.
Do what?
That table could possibly be used for an anvil, right?
Well, I mean, it doesn't look like it because there's no holes drilled in it. And I mean, looks like nothing was ever mounted to it. I mean, it was just
what
solid.
I'm saying, so you could use it to beat the shit out of whatever you want to beat shit out of. If you're sitting it on top of an anvil, just sit it on top of that table.
Oh, no. I put my generator on it.
Okay.
So I don't have to bend over and pull the cord or, anything like that. Cause it's like, yeah, no, I was thinking, and plus it gets the generator off the ground. So if it floods, the generator doesn't get flooded out by water. So, when I was looking at building it, building a table, I was looking to spend about $100, and I didn't want to do that. So when this table come up, with the steel legs and the solid top, I drug it over to my place, right? And I did go buy some casters for it, some 3-inch casters and a 2x4. And I flipped it upside down and I mounted it mounted the 2x4 onto the legs and then mounted the casters on the 2x4s. And then I set those up and then I got smart because when I first moved into this house, I was trying to figure out a way. This was before I had the lift from a hardtop.
Right.
I had thought about getting one of them deer pulleys, them triangle looking things, that you hoist a deer up in a tree with to skin it out. And well, Harbor Freight sells those. And so
Okay.
I had gotten one of those and a big old eye bolt and screwed that up into a stud. And I was going to use that to pull my hardtop on and off with. Well, that idea didn't work out too well because my ceiling was a little too short. So
Okay.
I just had it in the shop. And so, because, I'm sitting here, once I got the wheels on the table, I'm like, how am I going to get this generator up on this table? Because I ain't going to just snatch it, So, well, I wasn't. I ain't no way I going to snatch it. So I went and got my little deer puller there, one of my big old recovery straps for if I'm wheeling that I have in the back. I worked it around up in there, hooked it up under there, and I just pulled that thing up. About killed me though, but pulled that thing up and dragged that table right on and sat it right down on it. Perfect. Beautiful. I was like, hell yeah, I'm good. Okay, I'm done for the day. That was Wednesday or Tuesday. Wednesday. One of them days, I can't freaking remember. I think it was Wednesday. Anyway, now mind you,
Why
we had
didn't you
talked.
hook the? Why didn't you hook it to your toe strap or a hook or the D-ring on the back of your Jeep and move the Jeep forward and lift up the generator?
Because I had this deer lift set up. I mean, I could have, yeah. I could have very easily done that. But I mean, it was a matter of just hanging it on the eye bolt and then hooking it up. I just still had to use the recovery strap to get a good lift on the generator.
Okay.
So either way, I mean, I got it up on the table. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, this works out good. Now remember, when I said a couple weeks ago, and I know you probably don't remember I said this, but I remember I said this, that, it had old gas in it and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Well, today I'm like, well, I'll probably go out there and just kind of fiddle fart with the generator and just, take my time whatnot with it. Just see what's all going on. And I started taking panels off, took the gas tank off, and, I was going to drain the gas tank and let it sit. Well, shit. As soon as I mean, it was like, I don't know, 8 bolts altogether with the 2 metal sides and the gas tank, and then poof, it's out. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, okay. So draining the gas tank, and I'm like, yeah, I'll just leave the bowl till tomorrow, whatnot. It's like, why? The bowl's right there. It's a simple little bowl. It is. So I popped it off, and yeah. Apparently, when I had stopped using this, a couple years ago, I had switched to fuel
Okay.
oil for one and ran the generator out of fuel of the carburetor.
Right.
So the bowl was not varnished. The bowl looks brand spanking new. So I wiped it out and all like that. Yeah, I mean it's freak party as a picture. And so I checked the spark plug just in case. I mean, shit, it's 5 years old, but it's brand new.
Yeah.
Because I got like maybe 20 hours on the whole freaking generator. And I'm like, all right, put that back in, put the bowl back together. Look, dude, yeah, that was kind of nasty. Even though, even though I'm not supposed to change oil for 75 hours. I mean, this was old. This here was the original oil that came with it. So I drained it. I went and got a new quart of oil. And I tell you what, god dang oil is expensive. I went to AutoZone, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Cheapest price I saw was $9 a quart. $9 a quart. The stuff I found was on sale for $7.99, so it was $8 a quart. I'm like, good God. And seafoam's damn near $13 a can. So I got some Lucas stuff. It was only $10 a can. And so I came home. I had to put in 18 and a half ounces of oil. It doesn't even hold a full quart. So I do that, wind up putting everything back together, new gas in it, put some of that Lucas, that seafoam stuff in it, and made sure everything was back all tight and pretty and all like that. Flipped the switch, half a pull. She fired off.
Cool.
And I'm like, really? This thing that has sat in rain, snow, ice, I mean, been a damn near a solid block of ice, and it pulls off in a half a pull. I'm like, hell yeah. So I let it run, and then I went and pulled my circular saw out because it's a 13 amp circular saw. And I plugged that bitch right into the side, and I keyed it. Man, she spun that freaking circular saw off like it was nothing.
Good.
So with I was just planning to go out and fiddle with the gas tank, and yeah, wound up doing everything. And
That is ambitious.
very and I did the wheels and everything on the table yesterday. And I went and got the table the day before. Dude, I gotta stop this shit, man. I'm working too fucking hard.
Okay.
Something's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. So did you physically pay for that?
What?
Back, knees, elbows, shoulders, pain level.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I still am. You know that roll on icy hot?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been fucking bathing in it for the past couple days.
You know what? Let's see. This is August. What is today? August what?
Hell, I don't know. Huh?
August 5th, August 6th?
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. So,
Yeah. 6th.
okay. So that means 4, 5, not even 7 weeks. Well, right at 7 weeks. You better just stop doing fucking anything physical
Right.
for the next 7 weeks.
I wasn't trying to do anything physical now. But damn it. No, I know because cruising the coast is coming up.
Yeah.
I know.
And hopefully your doctor is back by then so she can fucking put about 10,000 of those little fucking, spiky things
Right.
to where you can walk more than a, block and a half.
Yeah, no, it's no, I mean, I've been moving it, but God dang, I tell you what, and I that's the thing, well, see, I did my shocks last week, or yeah, week before
Yeah.
last, whatever, and then this, it's like about all I think I have to do now is just mow my yard. I think I'm good on any major projects.
Well, that's good.
And I mean, honestly, the only reason why I wanted to get this generator up and going is because, I don't know, what was it, a month or two ago? We had a power outage for a couple hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
And thank God it was before the heat wave we had. I mean, it's
Right.
hot, okay, but I mean, we was having a heat wave last couple weeks,
Yeah.
and that's what got me to thinking. It's like, holy shit, that's why I tried messing with my generator, and when it wouldn't start, it's like, it's like I need to get it up and running just in case we have a power outage. Because I mean, as far as any storms, I honestly don't think we're going to have any because of this super El Nino. Fancy choice of words.
Right. Yeah.
Either way, but
Uh-huh.
and no, that's fine. I'm glad, but just in case we have a power outage, I know I can run my window air, my fridge, my coffee pot, my TV. I can run quite a bit of stuff just off my little generator. So that's why
Yeah.
I
No,
was wanting to
I
get
know
it
what you
going.
mean. Yep. Because
But
I've had to do the same thing.
right. And I will tell you right now, it is so much nicer having that thing sitting at a straight level to where I can start it. And
Mm-hmm.
the only thing is I have to use a step ladder to pour fuel in it, but I can deal with that. I don't care.
Okay.
And I've checked. It stands 36 inches from the concrete to the top of the tabletop. So if it
Wow.
ever floods 3 feet around my house, I will be 2 foot underwater in my house.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're screwed anyhow. So
Yeah. I mean, I would have 2 foot of water in my house. So Bryan, you're late. What's
I
up?
am. Oh, I was talking with the wife.
Oh,
She
okay.
actually she just got got in. I don't know, probably about 5 hours ago or so. But just got in from her hospital visit. So they finally got her released. So just getting
Well,
caught up with her and all that good stuff.
okay. Well, is she
Very
doing
good.
better?
Yes, she sounds better. She sounds like she's gotten. I mean, she was bitching about her friend Sherry. So
Life's good then.
yeah, so she's back normal. So
Okay.
I'm just glad that Sherry doesn't listen to the show. I just let a secret out.
But yeah, I was telling the dude how I scored and got ambitious this week, and yeah, I'm about done with my generator.
So how much that little machine set you back?
Oh, this is a freaking generator I've had when I was living up north.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude, this thing's older than fucking dirt. I mean, it's like 5 years old, and I've only used it. I think I've got maybe 20 hours on it since I've had it,
Okay.
and a couple weeks or a month back when I tried messing with it, the gas was old, and it had just sat so long, it just I couldn't start it. So I wound up going through it, you know, today and got it all set back and put back together, and half a pull and it fired off.
Fired right off.
Yeah. So I can at least have AC and coffee if the power goes out.
Good.
And I can keep the fridge cold so I can eat. By
Because
God.
Even better.
ain't missing no meals.
That's right. Fat boy ain't missing no meals. I would just hate to have to replace the food, honestly. I got MREs I could eat on.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I've got enough dry food and staples and canned goods and MREs. I could probably last for a month or two on that. And
Okay.
that's not counting the food that's in the freezer or the fridge. So
That's 100% gourmet food right there.
by God,
Fuck those MREs.
I still eat them. I don't care. Fat boy ain't gonna miss no meals. I don't care. It might, hey, nothing nothing a little hot sauce and slap your mama can't take care of.
Right.
I mean, come on now. Or ranch dressing. So hell.
Yeah, I would go with the ranch dressing myself because I ain't gonna do none of that slap your mama shit.
Well, you don't know until you try to slap your mama shit.
Oh, dude, slap your mama isn't bad. It's because you see, it's all in how much you put on. It's not hot. If you just take a taste, it's not spicy hot. It's how much you add to the meal that will make it hot or not. Oh yeah, slap your
We'll
mama
see.
it's adjustable.
Adjustable.
Yes, adjustable to your
Well, so
taste.
yeah, so is fucking Tabasco sauce.
Right.
Here, do you want 2 spritzes coming out of the thing, or do you just want to take that plug off and dump half the fucking bottle on there? Again, seasoned to taste. Yeah.
Right.
I ain't doing shit with Tabasco sauce
You
except for eating
scared?
pepperoni.
You scared? What? Tabasco and pepperoni?
Tabasco is in pepperoni.
No.
I was gonna say I don't think so. I mean, well, you see, nowadays it's that could be up in the air because who really knows how they make pepperoni nowadays? I mean,
Well, they've made pepperoni for hundreds of years
well, I
from
know,
Italy, and
well,
Tabasco is from Avery Island. So,
but I mean, come on, with the way they've redone everything and how they make everything, who knows? Tabasco could be in pepperoni in certain brands. I'm not
I'm
saying
sure there's
all
American brands out there that they're like, yeah, we've got Tabasco pepperoni. So let's see here.
jalapeno
According
pepperoni.
jalapeno pepperoni, exactly. So anyhow, according to the foodie Google, pepperoni is cured dried sausage made from finely ground meat, traditionally a blend of pork and beef mixed with salt, sugar, lactic acid, starter culture, spices like paprika, chili pepper, garlic, and black pepper.
Paprika. Okay.
Well, paprika is nothing more than just dried and powdered red bell peppers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
You're thinking cayenne. But so
I
yeah,
don't fucking know.
I don't either. I've not ever made any, so I'm just kind of going with okay. That sounds good to me. So
it's not hard to make paprika. Get some bell peppers in a dehydrator and dry the shit out of them, and then grind them up. You got paprika.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
You know what?
exactly.
I should. You know what? Before I come down, I should really go and visit my friend Dave.
No, I'm not going to eat none of them hot peppers, dude. You can eat all them you want.
I ain't fucking. They ain't even. I ain't even. I can't even look at him without fucking fire blowing out my ass.
I'm afraid.
Now,
I'm afraid if they pass even within a couple feet of my Jeep, it'll peel the paint. Remember,
start peeling the paint off.
we have Mopars. They're not known for their paint jobs.
well, especially Jeeps, and who gives a fuck about the paint job on a Jeep if you do what the Jeep was originally intended to fucking do?
Well, true, but my Jeep has always been pretty ever since I bought it, and I try to keep it that way to a point. I mean, I do have battle scars.
Yeah, I got you.
And I wear those proudly, but I don't unnecessarily have any other scars. And I would be afraid a habanero would just like, because Mopar paint is not known to be all that good.
It's not the most adhering.
No, no. Have you seen some of the older Mopar cars? Oh my God.
I know most. It seems like every car I've ever had, the hood seems to peel like it's a bad sunburn.
Yeah. Take that on a whole car with the Mopar. trunk, hood, top, doors. It don't matter. And the thing is, it's not one particular model. It's all of them.
Oh hell.
Yeah. It's yeah, Mopar has never been known for their paint jobs. So
It must be rocket science that they cannot fucking equate to.
well, I don't know why, because I mean GM, Ford, Hyundai, Honda, Toyota, Suzuki, what all them others can get it right. So I mean, why can't Mopar?
I guess they just can't employ the correct engineers.
Yeah, think.
I think so. So
So
Needle pulling thread.
that is absolutely correct. I'm gonna send you
my
two
toe all the
pictures.
way to Mexico.
While
That's
you're there,
right.
cut your hair. Don't forget your underwear.
Yeah, that's right. So that you can visibly see what I explained last week on the Jeeps, the alternator is backwards.
Yeah, I saw that on
Yeah.
the pictures you sent me. And that must be only on the Rubicon. Because mine is
No, that's on the three. That's the
no.
3.6, and that's the 3.6 Pentastar motor.
Well, that's the same one I got, and I haven't really looked, but mine is. I want to
You might
say
want to look
mine's
again.
normal.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, if it's the same engine that's in mine, your alternator's on backwards.
Well, that's just fucking rude.
Yeah. So on the other picture, you see where the belt is at on the top.
Yeah.
Okay. To the left of that, above that, you can see where the alternator is sitting on top of the engine.
Yeah.
Okay. Right in front of that belt is the bracket that holds the alternator on. You
Yeah.
have to take both of those off to get that belt on.
Well, that's just a whole lot of bullshit work right there.
Yeah, you're right. That was fucking 6 fucking hours. But look how shiny that new power steering pump is. Because I fucked around and found out.
Found out.
Right?
Yeah, buddy.
It's sexy as hell, dude.
Yep. Then I had to bleed it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But just the bracket with the alternator turns it around just because of the aspect of the room for all the other shit on the engine.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at mine because honestly I never paid attention to mine. In fact, because if I do anything, it'll be probably later this year after cruising the coast. Even though I can get all the parts, the belt tensioner, and idler pulley for $100, I'm probably gonna wait till it cools off because just a little bit I did with my generator today and then putting the wheels on yesterday. Oh my God. You'd have thought that I just opened the door and stepped right into a sauna because as soon as I started doing anything, I was soaked head to toe in sweat. I'm like, really?
So what
I'm
you're
not
trying
doing
to say is, you are raining men.
Yes, I was.
Okay.
I mean, seriously. Cause like yesterday, I flipped the table over. I cut a freaking 2x4 in two pieces, drilled 8 holes, and ran 16 screws. And I sweated probably 2 gallons of water. And it didn't even take an hour to do all that. It's like, what the hell? It's like, come on. Shit. Now today
What's the top of that table made out of? Is that metal as well, or is that like thick
no.
wood? Thick wood.
Well, okay, there's on the tabletop, I looked underneath and it looks like it's an old sewing machine top, but it's thicker than
Oh,
hell.
okay. Okay.
One of them fold down sewing machines.
Yes. Okay.
But I mean, it's thicker than hell. And then someone that had looks like had put a piece of plywood over the top of it and, made it all even and smooth and everything, and then painted
Oh,
it.
okay.
So
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Gotcha.
it's every bit inch and a half thick, almost 2 inches probably. I mean, I didn't measure it, but it would hold 100-pound generator. Let me put it to you that way.
And that is what its design purpose is now, and it probably will never change because that generator will probably not come off that motherfucking table.
Not until I get a bigger one. I'm going to tell you that right now. No, that is its sole purpose.
And even if you get a bigger generator, I bet you can freaking ratchet strap that motherfucker onto that table
Oh yeah.
if need be.
And check this out though. When I fired up my generator today, after I got it done, it didn't vibrate nowhere. It just sat there.
Just a humming.
Just humming. I mean, and it's not that loud. I think the loudest it gets is like 70 dB, maybe 75 dB. It's not that loud because human speech, if I'm right, is like 55 dB. So it's just a
Oh,
little bit louder than normal talking.
yeah, my generator's like 120 ish.
Right.
And I haven't looked. I'm just wondering if I could find a quieter muffler for my generator.
Well, you see, I looked into that, ways to try and quiet mine, and you can buy a box or build a box and set it over it that is designed for airflow and to quiet the sound. Because what I learned is when a generator gets noisy, it's mostly the rubbers that it's sitting on are weak, or they're not very thick, and so it allows a lot more noise.
Okay.
Because like on mine, if mine was too loud, I was going to think about extending, put on a bigger muffler, or extend the tailpipe out or whatnot. But
Uh-huh.
in my research, what was brought up was back pressure issue. It could cause too much or have too little back pressure, and it wouldn't run right. So those things are kind of basically set to, with the muffler and the tailpipe and all that. It's set for that little 1 or 2 cylinder motor, whichever one you have.
Right, yeah.
So that's why, I was thinking if mine was too loud, and I mean it's not loud, but I could quiet it down even more, is just to set it on, get some solid rubber pieces and set it on that, to maybe even quiet it down more than what it is. Or build a box and put over it, and yeah, it would bring it down to around 40 dB.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, look up building a box for it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, simple wood, some rock wall insulation pieces, and then you have to make a certain design, and one air inlet, one air outlet, and yeah, you can get it quieted down to like 40 dB.
Oh, okay.
Cause yeah, that was something I had, was thinking about, cause shit, it had been quite a while since I had ran my generator. So I couldn't remember how loud it was or was not.
Well, I know how loud my motherfucking generator is. Fucker's loud. I'll put it to you like this.
Yeah, okay.
But, I got it from one of the neighbors for, I think, $200, and it had like 3 hours on it.
Oh wow. What size is it?
Oh shit, you would have to ask me that kind of shit, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, I'm a guy, man. If we're talking about generators, you should know this off the top of your head, like you know your Jeep. Come on, dude.
Well, see, I don't fuck with the generator as much as I fucking fuck around with the Jeep. Let's
No,
see
as
what
long
the let's see
no,
what
as
the
long
hell
as
it.
it runs your AC, that's all you care about, right?
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
it's a Generac GP 3600.
Okay, so that's a good brand. 3600. That's yours is about the same size as mine. Because mine is 4,000 starting watts and 3,500 running, which is yours is about the same.
Probably so. Yeah, got that for $200 off neighbor because he was hurting for money, and I just
Wow.
happened to have $200 available at that time. But
Right.
yeah, I think I've had that generator now for like 7, 8 years,
Okay.
and again, I might have 40 hours on it because how often do you run a generator? Well,
No,
you don't,
no.
but you better damn well have it prepared and ready to run when you need the damn thing.
Right. Hence why I got mine prepared because I mean down here I would have more chances to use it to actually have to need it. So that's why it's like, yeah, I better go ahead and step off in this thing,
Yeah,
you
because the
know.
only time I've ever used my generator here at the house, because it's come in my, well, you see my trailer that I have
Yeah.
that has the 10 on the top of it.
Yeah.
Well, also within that trailer is the fucking generator and the air conditioner.
Right.
Because Fat Boy ain't sleeping in the heat.
No, I know you're right.
Yeah, fuck that shit. I will have the AC right next to that tent and it'll be blowing cold air in that motherfucker. It ain't insulated for that tent ain't insulated for shit, but you know what? As long as the AC is going, I'm good.
Right.
And then also a fan to push it along.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you could have icicles on that bitch.
Just as long as if I'm in a tent and I ain't sweating, I'm good to go because I got a tent in the garage that's big enough for like 12 people, right?
Right.
And I can't remember where I was, but I put the fucking air conditioning inside the tent and had a little drip pan for it. Yeah, yeah. Fat Boy ain't sleeping in the heat or sweating trying to sleep. No, thank you. Ain't happening.
Right. I don't blame you. Oh shit.
So,
Bryan dropped out.
well,
I heard.
then we can talk about it.
Right, right.
Yeah. There
And
it
Bryan's
is.
back.
Took a leave of absence.
A short leave of absence. I mean, hell.
Oh, heck.
Well,
I didn't even realize I was gone. I was kind of noticing the job gotten quiet. I was like, oh, hey there. Let's, maybe I can throw in a topic to get the discussion going again. But
Yeah, no, dude was
Hey, you know what?
talking.
You're right.
all of a
It
sudden,
was a very short span of time that you were gone. It's just like your attention, a very, very short span.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
You were gone for a short amount of time, a short span, right?
Right.
So that is also what your attention is, a
My
very,
what?
very short span.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What was that?
Don't let me go through this phone and fucking throat, throat chop your ass.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, Bryan, it was funny. Dude was talking and I heard the ding. I looked up. I said, oh shit, Bryan's going. And then dude was like, okay, well, we can just talk about him behind his back. And all of a sudden, you popped
Hey,
back.
I'm back.
Oh shit, Brian's back. And then you're like, I didn't even know I dropped off, guys.
Didn't.
That's
like-
because his attention span is short as well.
Right.
And not because I personally know, but I'm sure his dick is the same way. So
Yeah,
you know. But you know
Of
what?
course, I am a full honorous white man 6. So, yeah. So that's about right.
But
Yeah.
you know what? It works for you, right?
Yeah. It does everything it needs to do for me.
Yeah.
Well, I
Fuck
mean,
anybody else. Works for you.
Yeah, don't it doesn't matter about the wife or anybody else. It's all about me. All about me. It's all about So,
That's right, damn it.
do have a question for you, Rich. Something I just kind of thought of while your day or two ago is how's your other podcast working?
I have paused.
You have paused. Okay.
I don't know why. I just I mean, I got 20 some episodes up,
Yeah.
and I don't know. It's trust me, I've been trying to figure it out. I woke up one day and just was in a bad funk, and I mean I'm still writing episodes and stuff.
Haven't gotten
I
around to
just
recording.
yeah, I just haven't started again recording. But I mean, why you ask? Just wondering.
Oh well, I mean, part of it's just wondering, but also I think I've got the bug again finally.
Okay.
It's not going to be with Relaxed Mail. It's you remember the way back last year I was talking about a hyperlocal podcast.
Yeah.
Hey,
I've
what?
gotten back onto
Okay.
that one. It's
A
a
what
hyper.
pod-
Well, I call it a hyperlocal, but it covers 3 counties. But anyhow, it's basically from anywhere from Sayre to Weatherford and all points in between is kind of the area of that I was going to focus in on. And the reason why is because we had a couple, I don't know, probably about 4 or 5 days ago. Anyhow, here recently they had a debate for the Republican nominee of gubernatorial race,
Okay.
and both Gittner Drummond and Mike Mazzei were so freaking bad. I'm just like, holy crap, we're in trouble.
Bad. How do you mean?
Okay, well, Gittner Drummond is his problem was his talk. You could tell he was nervous because he would talk a little fast, but he would have a bunch of little spits and stutters and just kind of talk about whatever. And you can see that he was trying to talk faster than he really needs to be talking. Just
Right.
one of those, and so he came across as just kind of he's trying to come up with something. And Mike Mazzei couldn't answer a damn question to save his life. He was too busy trying to he's quote unquote supposedly be Trump's nominee for governor or just or Trump's endorsement for governor or whatever.
Right.
And he's trying way too damn hard to be Trump. He's trying to come up with these little zingers and one-liners and calling Gittner Drummond he's just a bleeding heart liberal and blah blah blah. And it's like, dude, he's a Republican. Yes, there are such things as rhinos, but I don't think he's a liberal. I don't
Right.
see it. Now I could be wrong. I haven't dove into his background all that much. I've just kind of gotten everything started back up, starting to kind of get the line of thought in that department. But at the same time, it was just like I got thinking of that, and I was like, I really need to get these two onto a podcast and just interview them just to find out, okay, what's the truth, what's not the truth, so I can sit there because I be the one who I wouldn't have a problem if Gittner Drummond went off on the side tangent, going, dude, that has nothing to do with the price of rice in China. I asked this
Right.
question.
Well, okay. I mean, that's cool.
But
I
that's yeah.
I see your point. Have you figured out how that would work with your job and everything?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I would
Okay.
end up just taking. It would just be recording day on the 24-hour reset. I'm just gonna have to bring my podcasting equipment with me. I'll just have to make
Right.
a case in my tub,
Yeah.
so I can bring the podcast equipment with me, and just through the week, while I'm waiting in line to get loaded or whatever, might be able to grab a load or two. The issue that I'm going to run into though is I really like to start getting some clips, and how I've got to find a way to see if there's a way I can remote into the MacBook from my phone.
Oh,
And the way I no, well, I used to be able to do it. Or I could actually remote into my desktop Macintosh, my iMac
yeah.
from my phone. And actually I could also remote into a Windows computer, because that's how I used to troubleshoot my mom's. If my mom called and was having problems, I'd be, all right, hold up, let me bring it up. And I can't remember what it was called. It was something like just remote desktop or something like that. And
Yeah.
I haven't been able.
There's a few programs out there that'll let you do that. So I mean, I mean, I wouldn't think it'd be that hard.
Yeah.
You
But
know.
I'm thinking what I might be able to do is, if I can remote onto the to do a remote desktop, I might be able to just open up like if I'm listening to the morning radio show on KCLI, which is the main talk radio station for Western Oklahoma. Matter of fact,
Okay.
it's actually the only talk radio station in Western Oklahoma.
Good.
And they're good.
That
I
makes
mean,
it.
but Right Radio, I and the Right Media Broadcasting Group are great, because they are the only radio group that is not just syndicated bullshit.
Right. And
They actually have live DJs.
yeah, I can agree with that because the Right Media Group, they've always done that really well.
And so I liked the heck out of them. Well, I mean, we've got Heston Wright runs the group now. His dad, Harold Wright, he was a congressman, and did his term limited out, and stuff. But I've enjoyed talking to, I've talked to all of them,
Right. Well, let me ask this, okay?
Todd Bruner and
This
all
is
them.
this is something that just popped into my head. And it's not a dig on your plans because I mean I like them, you know, like your plan, but would you have the listener base?
Starting off, I mean, it wouldn't right off the bat, because I mean I've got to build that.
Well, yeah, no,
But would I end up growing?
no one has
Grow,
the listener base starting off.
no, but do I? Yeah, I mean, because I mean, hell, you've got the if you've got enough of a listener base to have, you know to have Right Media, KCLI, which is the talk, like I said, the talk radio station.
Right, but you see that's where okay, hang on now. You can't really use that as a metric because that's terrestrial radio. This is a podcast. Okay, podcasts are better if you ask me personally because there's
Yeah.
no commercials and shit like this.
Well,
Okay.
that's one thing I am going to be doing. This will be
Well, yeah,
a
that's right.
sponsor
That's
based
right.
show.
So, I mean, I was I was thinking about something for a second, but I shot that idea down in my head
No.
before it came out. But no, no, no. I see you're right. I don't know. I mean, I'd say go for it, man.
Yeah,
I'd say
I mean,
try it.
I was just gonna give it a whack, and after give
I'm
myself
just
2 years to see if I can get, maybe just start off with just people just sponsoring, hosting, you know.
Well, I mean, is there a way to maybe figure out, and I don't know if there is or not, is there a way to figure out about how many people roughly listen to podcasts in those 3 counties? Is
No,
there any
but
metrics for that?
I mean, I wouldn't know. Let's see. I found Perplexity is really interesting.
Really?
The search engine Perplexity AI.
Okay.
Have you tried doing something? Because yesterday I was like, I went ahead and asked it for a fairly big task in that I wanted to come up with all the Twitter accounts for all the congressmen, or for all the, might have just been all the representatives, but it might have been, or senators. Anyhow, for the congressman, it came up with 101. And that damn thing took 15 minutes for it to finally put it all together.
Really?
Yeah, because you can do a quick little search and it does everything that it needs to do. Or you can say, do you want a full detail report? And if so, it's got to use, I guess, your browser memory.
Okay.
Because man, it sat there and it had several sub agents going off, and it was searching this and searching this, and it would cross link that with those 2 items, and was it coming up with anything good in there, and if it was or wasn't. I mean, it cranked out with a whole, like I said, it came up with 101 of the 101 people who had Twitter bios that were in Congress, and only 4 actually didn't have an account.
Huh. Okay.
So I was well impressed with that. But yeah, state representatives. It came up with 101 of them
Okay.
that actually had an account.
And you said what,
So
a Twitter account?
Yeah, it had a Twitter account. So I wonder. Let's see here. How many podcast listeners are in the Western Oklahoma area? Let's see here. Yeah, searching for Western Oklahoma population data. It's now looking at Western Oklahoma regional map and definition, thinking, survey. Okay, let's see here. Came up with, there's no exact survey of podcast listeners specific to Western Oklahoma, but you know what? That might be something that I could find out. You know, that might be a piece of information that I might be able to start collecting using regional population data and national listening rates. The answer depends on how you define Western Oklahoma, and several official definitions exist. No national public monthly podcasting listening rate. 55% of the U.S. 12 plus population listens monthly, but rural areas lag urban ones. 52% rural versus 71% of urban. That is from Edison Research and Infinite Dial 2025 Search Lab. Since Western Oklahoma is overwhelming rural, I'm using the 52% rural rate. 12% of population adjustments, roughly 85% of the total population is age 12 or older. Demographic podcast survey measurements. Here's the estimates under the different definition of Western Oklahoma. Narrow Western Oklahoma ecosystem counties: Beckham, Blaine, Cato, Custer, Roger Mills, and Washita, which covers the Beckham, Custer, and Washita. So there's a few extra in there. Total 6 counties, population's about 108,000, estimated 12 and over is 91,000. So monthly podcast listeners are probably about 47,000 people on the narrow range, and everything west of I-35, that would equal out to being about 700,000 listeners. So I would aim more for so probably about 47,000, but that's not just them. It's also people who have lived in Elk City, lived in Weatherford, went to school in Southwestern Oklahoma State University. They may want to see what's happening in Weatherford, and that'll bring these people in because they can see what's happening in the area. Because I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to generally cover the sports ball. I'm not going to do any live sports ball commentary, but I will
Right.
will cover that because it's sports ball. Me and sports ball we don't go together. So I get in the middle of it going, "Hey, guys, are y'all really liking this? This is they're running back and forth on a field with a ball. What are we doing here?" So I don't know. Every so often one gets knocked out and people come out with the ambulance, pick the dude up, run off with him. I mean, I just
So you don't know nothing about like a nickelback defense or the whatever or the I formation.
I I played football. Well, correction. I was on the football team. I was the
Bench warmer.
I was the guard, tackle, and for the water is essentially what I was doing. I would just
You was a
guard.
water boy.
I wouldn't. No, I wasn't the water boy. I was the one there to guard people from getting close to the water. I was keeping them. No, I was there. I made sure that that it looked like we had a larger team than we did because I was
Right.
just one other person added to the rest of the group. So they had a sizable lead of about 25 points, and they had thrown me in there for a play or two. So
Right.
that's how prolific at sports I was. So yeah, but
A lot more prolific than I was.
Yeah, same here.
well, I mean that was all you could do. You could either play football, play basketball, run track. And by the time I got to be a junior and senior in high school, they finally had golf, so they gave me an excuse to leave during the middle of school during golf season. Not that I did anything under, hit anything under 180. So and I was just using it as an excuse to get out of school. So
Well, there was band.
yeah,
You
no,
know.
and I was in band too. Yeah, I did band. I did all the extracurriculars. Played the
Okay.
trombone. Absolutely hated it because it was not the instrument I chose. But the band director was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have you as trombone." I was like, "Oh no!" So yeah,
So, what was your instrument of choice then?
I wanted the saxophone
Well, why couldn't you get a saxophone?
because I was told I was playing the trombone.
I'd have told him to kiss my ass. Because, I mean, most schools, don't you have to buy your instruments?
Yeah, we had to buy the instrument.
So, yeah, kiss my ass. If I'm paying money, I'm not buying a trombone. Ain't doing it. You know?
I would have went out for drums if I would have, wanted to play band, but I didn't. So I didn't buy any drums.
Yeah, I went out for basketball in my sophomore
Ah,
year,
ah,
and no, I was actually pretty good. The only reason why I didn't make the team, and I was told this by the coach because I asked him why I was cut, and he told me, "You can't dribble with your left hand." That's exactly what he told me. He said, your shooting, everything else is good. It's great. You can't dribble with your left hand. So come back next year. Practice on it, come back next year. And of course, my parents wouldn't let me do it then. So,
Wow.
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I was actually good at basketball. So, and I still like to play ball every once in a while. But now it's like for maybe 2 minutes and then that's it. I'm done.
Yeah,
But
I think you would last for like about a half a round of horse.
yeah, maybe. If it was easy shots, if it was a hard shots, I don't know. I don't think my jumper would be where it used to be. Let's put it that way, because I don't jump. So
Yeah. Because even at that height, when you land, you might hurt something.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I can't jump as high as I used to be able to. I've got
Well,
a lot.
I don't know how high you are able to jump, but you can do what, maybe 4 inches now, 5 inches? if you're lucky.
Yeah, on a good day, maybe. Yeah, no, let's just put it this way. I've dunked the ball once and I could jump up and touch the rim, but that was when I was a lot younger.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the way I am.
Yeah. Now, no, I can't. Yeah, 4 or 5 inches, you're pushing it, dude.
Yeah, and any higher than 4 inches, you're gonna break something, right?
Right. Bones will start breaking in because I
Yeah.
have got too much mass pulling me down and keeping me planted on the ground.
Ain't gravity a bitch?
It is. I mean, honestly, it is.
And it just, and it seems that gravity just keeps getting a stronger pull the older you get.
Yeah, it's
What's up with that?
crazy. I don't
It is.
understand.
No, me neither. That's like, what the hell?
Yeah. So I'll give you a WTF
Okay.
thought.
Okay.
You know the Ford F-150, right? Picture a Ford F-150 in your head. Now it having the Rapture package on it.
Right.
You got that pictured in your head?
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's your WTF. They have put that package on a Ford Ranger.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's ugly as sin.
Yes.
Well, it's a Maverick now. It's not a Ranger.
No, they've got Rangers too. They've got the Ford Ranger, and then they also have the Ford Maverick.
Do they still
Yes,
have the
they
Ford
have both.
Rangers?
Yep.
Yes. And now it's a Ford Ranger Rapture.
Oh, get out of here. I mean, good God, come
Britain
on.
ain't good. He's no stranger. Hey, look there. It's a Ford fucking Ranger.
Yeah. So what'd they do? Put a freaking supercharger on that 4-cylinder?
Probably not.
I can only imagine what kind of bullshit package that is on a Ranger. The fenders, you could obviously tell.
Yeah.
But what else did they put on that? Who fucking knows? For an upcharge of probably about $8,000.
That is just, I'm sorry, that's stupid.
Yes, you are correct. And when I saw that drive past me on the interstate the other day, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
But
it's
somebody bought it because it didn't have a dealer tag or a temp tag on there. I guess somebody saw that motherfucker coming from about 12 miles away.
Yeah.
So you guys are on the computer. Please tell me, what the hell package is a Ranger Rapture? What does it get?
What's it running? Let's see
what?
here.
Well, the Rapture is also the suspension package, which is a big part of it.
Yeah,
Is the suspension.
it's supercharged. It's a V8 5.2 liter, making
Really?
720 horse.
$60,000.
Yeah,
But it's a V8 and a Ranger?
yeah.
Wow.
And now I looked up Ford Ranger Raptor, and it's just saying the F-150.
We've got one right here that says it's Ford Ranger Raptor, and it's $60,000. Body style pickup, 16 city, 18 highway, 4-wheel drive, automatic transmission, 6-cylinder gasoline, interior color black, exterior color black, with features a remote start, spare tire, navigation system, echo boost,
Yeah, but
keyless entry, body, yada yada yada.
Right. But what is the Ranger, or what is the Rapture package? Does it tell you?
The motor and the suspension.
Yeah, I'm assuming the motor
Now-
and suspension, but I'm not 100%. See,
Now the 2026 Ranger Raptor is a 405 horse, 3-liter EcoBoost V6 and aggressive suspension.
ooh, and
And
I just found the one thing I would
And
that
that's
everybody's getting rid of on all vehicles these days. I'm surprised they actually mentioned it in here.
and it
It's somebody
starts out at 57,000.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
what's the one thing everyone's getting rid of?
people are there. The big thing right now is getting everybody who is actually conscious about what's going on. They're getting rid of the telematics systems, and you're not supposed to get rid of them because they're supposed to be built as part of the vehicle. So it's kind of like if you take away the computer, it's supposed to fuck the whole car up. But people are figuring out how to hack around the telematics system and get rid of it, because that is what how we talked about a couple 3 weeks ago about how in 2026 or anything after 2026 the vehicles are all going to have cameras that pay attention to what you're doing. And if you look like you're driving, if you're impaired in any way, maybe you're hopped up, maybe your eyes are a little big, you're gripping the steering wheel just a little too tight. They think that you're tweaking a little bit, so they're not going to let you drive, even though you're trying to get to your son who was in a car wreck, 6 miles down the road. If if it looks at you and thinks that you're impaired in some way, it's got a cutoff system. It goes, nope, you ain't letting you drive that. But the telematics system, but the telematics system takes all your driving data, and sends it back to mother base, which in this case, talk about Ford, it sends it back to the Ford Corporation. They take it and they can bundle it up. There's two different types of data bundlers. Can't remember exactly what their names are, but they then turn around and will sell that information to your consent. Well, not that they will, but they can sell it back to your insurance company. So if you're driving too fast all the time, then the insurance company may go, you know what? Even though you haven't ever gotten a ticket, but you drive you drive 5 to 10 miles over the speed limit all the time. Your insurance company go, well, he's got a habit of driving too fast. We're gonna have to raise his insurance premiums.
Hold on though on that. And I'm not saying that you're not wrong, but 99% of the insurance companies, at least the big ones, already have an app that tracks you, because that's the only way you can get a half-ass discount.
Well, yeah,
off of your insurance. And it's not really much of a discount, because they've just raised the rate so fucking high, is that they use this discount as, you'll get a 30% discount off your rate, and you're still paying the same as you did 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, but they just raise the rates and they say, you put our app or put this on your vehicle, and we'll, if you do good and get a good driving score, we'll drop your rates 30%, which brings you right back down to the same payment you was paying before. So,
right.
But no, I understand what you're saying, but I'll probably never own a new car then.
Yeah, but that's
the case.
But again, that's there's already a lot of forums, car forums and stuff where they're all talking about how do you disable this the radio for these telemetric devices, because a lot of them, like which one, OnStar actually got in trouble several years ago because they were doing that very same thing. They would track what your driving is, how you're driving, and without ever giving anybody any notice that they were recording the information. Which, I mean, if you didn't know that OnStar was tracking you, you're a flipping moron.
Well, yeah.
But they would take that information and they sold it. They sold your information, all of it, and to whoever wanted to buy it. And they got caught doing that, and they ended up paying a little bit of it was more of kind of a jab with the elbow in the ribs, saying stop that. But then, like I said, during one of the Biden administration, they had a big a big bill that they were going through, and that one of the things that they did during that, buried in the middle of it, was that all cars after 2026 had to have this impaired driving program put into it, which meant it had to have cameras to look in on you and all that. And, people were, paying attention to it. And the worst thing that seems like it happens is if they disconnect the telemetrics right now. Some of them apparently get a check engine light that comes on. Others, it disables the compass and the mirror type of stuff. But yeah, that telemetrics has a cell signal that it connects to, so it's always connected to the internet, so it's able to transmit and receive all the information.
Yeah.
So if for any of our listeners wanting to start up a fledgling business that'll probably make you good chunks of change, I would say start advertising that, hey, I will take care of your vehicle's telemetrics, and learn how to do it and do it right and do it good and at a high quality, so you don't screw your customer's car up.
That could get
But
expensive quick.
yeah, that would probably put you into I'm going to sue your ass into oblivion territory. But if you get around to where you're able to do that reliably, the first time somebody goes off and is is detained from being able to get to their child because their child is in danger because the car thinks that you're screwing up, that'll be, there'll be lawsuits, but they're going, of course, they're also talking about how we can't, at the same time, the National Highway Safety Administration, which is supposed to be the one who kind of oversees and makes sure that all the cars are complying to this, is going, well, how are we going to, they don't even know how they're going to get it all to work, because one is supposed to have some type of some type of sensor on the air conditioner intake that reads whether the driver has been drinking at all. So it's supposed to be trying to pick up alcohol vapor, but the issue they run in that is, what if the driver's completely sober, but you're an Uber driver, and you're picking up a guy from the bar.
Right. What if the wife has taken nail polish off her fingers?
Yeah, exactly. There's some
Acetone's
type
going to
of
trigger that.
It's going to trigger that every time. And then on top of that, like I said, if you're driving, if it perceives anything that you're driving is any slightly impaired, you're gripping just a little too hard, or your eyes are just a little too open, or you're not, you're having a conversation with the wife, and so you're not, it looks like you're distracted. Is that going to be shutting down car? Oh, they've had issues of that already happening, where one guy who didn't get his I think it was a Tesla, and Tesla's the worst when it comes to this because everything's connected. Hell, they're the ones that pioneered the whole, oh, you want to have a radio station? Okay, well, that's going to cost you a $20 a month service fee. You now actually have to rent your radio. And a lot of the other aspects of a Tesla. But yeah, there was a guy who got his vehicle shut down. He was in the middle of the interstate, and his payment was due that day, and he didn't pay it like first thing in the morning. And he was driving down the road, and all of a sudden, his Tesla just got shut down for lack of payment.
It's a safety issue right there. I don't see how that. I don't see how that could be allowed.
Well, there's a lot of stuff that ain't supposed to be allowed, but Biden allowed a lot of things that aren't supposed to be allowed through. So.
Oh, I know. A lot of presidents have done that.
Oh yeah.
And it's not just Democrats.
No. There's a lot of Republicans that allow a lot of BS to go through also.
Yeah, they stick shit in the middle of a bill that no one reads until it's passed, and then they're like all up in arms, and then
yeah. Oh my God, how did this get through?
Then the news cycle changes and everybody forgets about it.
Yep.
No, it's yeah. So I guess I'm not going to own a vehicle past 26, and
Well, they better not put that shit on Jeep.
No, it will. All vehicles are required.
you see that's the thing.
I guess nobody's gonna get the fucking wheel anymore.
No.
I mean, I don't see how these big car manufacturers, the ones who put all this money towards fucking politics, allows this to happen.
Because if they play the game, they get to slide, or at least that's the line of thinking. At least that's how I perceive it. As well, if we just play the game, we go along with it. They'll let us go on, something that they really don't care to lose. I mean, come on, everybody in the the dealerships have been having a high old time of screwing the the consumer since COVID.
Oh, long before that, but yeah.
Well,
really
yeah, but at the
since
same time, before COVID, I mean, you still had pickups that were at the $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 range.
Oh yeah.
Now you've got, if you want to get an SUV, like a full size SUV, you're paying $100,000.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, now there are some new trucks that are coming out in the $20,000 and $30,000 range.
Oh yeah, no, I may piss the wife off when Toyota comes out with its Stout. I'm gonna find some way of getting it.
Why is that? What's the sticker price on a Stout?
20,000. It's basically going to be the Toyota version of a Ranger, except it gets something like 90 miles the gallon. It's supposed to go like 900 miles on a tank of gas, or it's a diesel, but it's supposed to go. It's supposed to have a hell of a range.
Yeah, we had looked at this a while back. I remember that. Yeah, it's cheaper and shit. I mean, it's base model.
Granted, it's a base model. It is hand crank window rollers and everything. So,
but it'll run for freaking ever.
Yeah, and that's all I really want to have.
And honestly, freaking Toyota, their trucks. I mean, they've made excellent trucks.
Mm-hmm.
For years.
Yeah, they have.
So, yeah, 23 to 25,000, and it's supposed to compete directly with the Ford Maverick.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It's not yet released, so the pricing is still up in the air on it, but still at $23,000 to $30,000, that's pretty daggone decent.
Mm-hmm.
So,
if you want to carry one 2x4 without, going over the weight restrictions for the shocks and the drivetrain.
Honestly, it's supposed to have a tow package. It's supposed to be able to pull like 4,000. I forget exactly. It's a diesel engine. Yeah.
Well,
that don't mean shit.
Well, I mean, 4,000. Check this out. If it's 4,000, and I'm just now, it's saying the hauling capacity, the payload of the upcoming 2026 Toyota Stout, so it's supposed to be out now, but it's not. Is estimated between 1,500 and 1,700 pounds.
Oh, 1,700. I'm sorry. I overstand it. Sorry.
But still, okay. It can haul more than my Jeep can.
Yeah.
My Jeep's only rated for 1,000 pounds because of my gearing. Dude's Jeep can run 3,500.
Okay.
Towing now it says towing capacity depends on the powertrain. The base model is expected to tow around 2 to 3,500 pounds, while the higher output turbo or the all-wheel drive configuration could potentially reach 4,000 to 5,000.
Right.
So it'll still haul more than my Jeep.
Well, it's meant where you're able to pull some, haul it, utilize some type of trailers.
I
Because
can
most people
tell.
that are going to be using this is going to be farmers.
Right.
It's going to be what?
Farmers.
Oh yeah, it'll be a perfect farm truck. They'll be dragging freaking implement tools all around and everything.
All over the damn place. Exactly.
Let's see if this truck can tow a baler.
It probably will. Granted, it
Trailers?
may the transmission may glow in the dark afterwards, but yeah.
Well, you know what? That's cool if it happens. I'm personally not going to probably buy one because it's not a Jeep.
I like Toyotas. God, those damn things run forever.
Yeah, that is very true. Toyota is probably the most reliable vehicle line, period.
And they don't break down that much. And they're very cost effective to repair, honestly.
Right.
I mean, that's just fact. I've
Yeah.
known many people to run Toyotas, and they don't spend near the money we spend on our vehicles.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. They're the most reliable vehicle out there. And it doesn't matter which Toyota you get. If
no,
it's a Tundra or if it's Tacoma or, car, what have you. They're
no,
just they're the best reliable vehicle out there for a company.
right. Yeah, I can't argue that.
And they have is it Toyota? One of the, I can't remember which one it was, if it's Toyota or what it is. They have a huge fucking assembly plant in Tennessee.
Yeah, there's one in Tennessee. Oh, there's a few around.
There's
in
a
America.
Toyota assembly plant in Texas, because that's where all the Toyota Tundras are assembled. Or is it Tacomas? One of the pickups.
Yeah, I don't know. They have a big, huge assembly facility for GM right there in Arlington. Pass it every time I go up to Grand Prairie. Yep. And the other day I saw a whole freaking train of nothing but vehicle frames stacked on themselves. And probably a good 2,000-3,000 frames at least coming into the factory, because there's a
Okay.
rail system that goes over 360 Highway 360 that brings you north from, basically it's where Grand Prairie and Arlington are at, where Six Flags is at, which is almost damn near halfway between 35 East and 35 West.
Let's see, what is that? Mountains here. San Antonio. That's where that Toyota plant's at.
Oh, okay.
They produced Toyota Tundras and Sequoias. Toyota Manufacturing, Texas.
And every part is made outside of the United States.
Probably.
It is. Every Ford engine is made in Mexico.
Yeah.
I think the frames are, and the body panels are made in Canada. And then everything else comes from Asia.
Sorry about that, guys. I had a turtle head poking. Yeah, I was sitting here listening, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh no, that's not good.
Nope. Let's go.
It's like I got I got to go. And I didn't want to be rude and interrupt the conversation. So.
I don't blame you.
But then we get to fucking hear the aftermath. Oh, by the way.
Well, at least I waited till after. I mean, Next time I'll just leave the mic live and then holler from the bathroom.
There you go.
Well, you can do that too. Yeah, well, just as long as it's not a snapping turtle head.
No, it wasn't. Thank goodness, not this time.
Those you produce from MREs.
Yeah, those bite and bite hard
Yes, they do.
and keep biting.
For several days
Oh, Lord.
after being in the field for a week to 10 days.
Oh, yeah. Takes another month to get your system back straight again. Then guess what? 2 weeks more out in the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bryan doesn't know nothing about that.
Nope. I'm not familiar with all that good jazz.
I am sorry that you did not get to experience that kind of fun, dude.
Yeah, well, it happened.
Right.
It got left to the idiots that didn't join the Air Force, Navy, or Coast Guard.
Or the Coast Guard.
Well, did you ever once carry a rucksack?
No, I had a sea bag though.
Yeah, so you probably didn't even carry a rucksack in basic training.
No, we didn't.
Well, a sea bag is the same thing as a duffel bag in the Army, isn't it?
Yes.
Pretty much,
Yes.
yeah. It's just a big old long tube
Yeah.
with no compartments at all, and a little.
Yeah.
You folded. You had three grommet holes and one bar, and you folded everything over, and then put your lock on it.
And if you didn't get that thing packed tight enough, there was no way you was going to get them three.
Nope, you cannot get everything locked up.
Metal dicky do.
Yep.
Through them 3 holes. You get 2, but not 3. Oh my God, I hated that. And when you got it, God forbid you didn't want to take it off ever. Leave it packed up. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because as soon as you open that motherfucker, there was like a Roman candle.
Yeah.
Shit just started blowing out the top.
Yeah, that was about the only thing that I really, truly freaking hated was packing the duffel bag.
Yep.
If I didn't have to, fuck that. I wasn't taking it. Yeah,
Well, we didn't have that pleasure. Now, if we were going out to the field for a week, no, we didn't pack the duffel bag. But if you were going to NTC or JRTC or JOTC or NTC,
you had to pack it. Like when we went to Reforger, we had to pack our duffels.
yeah.
Other than that, no, my duffel stayed empty because I was in the bar, I was on base. I never got to go to NTC. I never got picked.
For NTC?
Yeah.
Yeah, lucky you.
Yeah, I was a mechanic, so they did not choose me.
Shit, I've been to all 4 of them. See, I've been to JRTC, Joint Readiness Training Center, 7 times when it was at Fort Chaffee, Arkansas, and 7 times when it was at Fort Polk, Louisiana.
Oh, wow.
All as a player. Twice to NTC, twice to JOTC, which no longer exists because that was the Jungle Training Operations Center down in Panama. And then the other one's up in Alaska. So I got to have fun with all 4 of them. Woohoo.
You just had all kinds of fun.
Oh, yes. Just radical kinds of fun. And they used to have an award for the Jungle Operations Training Center, but they took that award and made it a unit patch for the cadre that was down at the schoolhouse.
Oh.
And I don't know if you ever saw the patch. It was a ship that had the it looked like an iron cross, but it was an old pirate ship.
Yeah.
That was the award for going through that school until they made that a unit patch.
Now, did you ever take jungle training, dude?
Yeah, that's what it was. Jungle training down
Okay,
down.
hang on. Guess what?
But
And I just read this article the other day. It was in the Stars and Stripes. They have now since went back and made it retroactive that if you went through that school and passed, you can display that on your uniforms. It's not a unit patch anymore.
yeah, because the unit's disbanded because there is no more JOTC.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so
Well, that's cool.
So if someone earned it, they can now see a display it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I just saw that article the other day when I was
And there's probably, unless it is a high-ranking officer or a high-ranking NCO, those people wouldn't even know what that was. They're in the Army today. But that'd be cool to, have that, to wear that.
Well, see,
they
still have jungle training, but it's in Hawaii mostly now.
Oh, okay.
Which
don't have to worry about the bot flies or nothing, huh?
I mean, the other one down in Panama or wherever they had it before, they had that and Hawaii, but and I think they're talking about reopening that one in Panama. I think they had mentioned something about that in the article as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, not that I'll ever go back down there. And and if you're mechanized, you ain't going to go to that school anyway, because
Right.
that's only for light units. 82nd, 101st, 10th Mountain.
Yeah.
Those style units. If you're mechanized or heavy, yeah, you'll never see that course. That would be funny though, watching some of those mechanized guys try to, go into a jungle environment. That would be freaking hilarious.
They'd probably try it though. Fucking gun bunny. About as crazy as a sack of taters.
Yeah. Well, even 11 mics, the Bradley operators.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, please. No.
I wonder how well they would do. You mean I gotta fucking walk?
They're like, no, I don't know. I drive.
Yeah. You ain't driving shit through that jungle.
They'd try it though. Seriously, they would. Without a second, without a moment's hesitation. They're like, I can't go. Watch me. That'd be funny though. Oh yeah.
About 20 feet in, and that Bradley just stops. Yeah. You ain't getting through those, even with a Bradley, you ain't getting through those fucking wait a minute vines.
Oh, I know. I mean, those boys learned over in South Korea. I don't know how many 109s or 113s. They were told not to go that way because they couldn't make it. And guess what? They said, oh, yeah, watch this. They didn't make it. VTRs were busy, yanking people out, blowing packs. Oh, my God. It was, I mean, it literally, it was horrendous. We got the field for 2 weeks. And I mean, it was funny. I was a light wheel mechanic, right? 90% of the time I rode with the tracked guys. I didn't ride with the light wheel guys, and, if they blew a pack, I couldn't work on them because I knew nothing about them. I just sat there with them and smoked cigarettes and chewed shit. So I'm like, I ate freaking pokey bait. I didn't care.
Yeah, pokey bait got expensive though.
Yeah, it did.
And Bryan wouldn't even remotely have a clue on that.
What pokebait is? I know what
No.
pokebait is. I had a granddad who was in the Army, so he always wanted to know if I wanted to go get some pokebait. But no, we always called it gee dunk.
Oh,
Okay.
Guido?
Gee dunk. Yep.
Okay.
Or the mama san that followed the unit and
Right.
had her Yaki Man do ready for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There was perks here and there.
Like I said, that some of those guys come back out of the field and frickin' owe mama san a couple $100.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because they would every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they go over to mama san.
And you could get everything on credit over there.
Yes.
Everything. I mean, seriously. The
And
only
if you didn't
thing,
say and if you didn't pay mama san on payday,
You getting in trouble.
oh yeah, she went to the first sergeant
yeah. Oh, yeah. Mama son
with
wasn't scared.
with her list of who owed what. Yeah.
Wow. That'd be a little on the embarrassing side.
Well, you want to eat at Mama San's? You're gonna pay for it.
Yep.
Yep.
You don't
And
want to eat that wonderful army food.
funny thing
No.
is, over in Korea, you could get everything on credit except for getting laid. That you had to pay for.
Oh.
I know I tried. Never worked. Never worked. The girls, for
You
some
know,
reason, just wouldn't believe me.
yeah, that kind of sucks. Or
Mhm.
or better yet, you tell Mama San, who's trying to hustle or be the pimp, and telling you she has all these nice girls, et cetera, and you tell her that you want a 10-year-old boy, no teeth. Oh yeah, the fucking cane starts swinging. 'Cause I made that comment to Mama San. Oh yeah, she was swinging that motherfucking stick and running after me. However, she never fucking asked me again. So I didn't have to worry about her asking me when I went down to that huge metropolis of what the fuck was it? Tongdeshan, TDC.
Yeah.
But I think they had one fucking stoplight right as you came off base. It was that first boot had a stoplight.
Oh, I didn't even pay that close attention. I mean,
They didn't have any lights for the railroad tracks. That's for damn sure.
well, natural selection there, dude. Stop, look, and
You're right.
listen, is something that was pounded into our heads.
Yeah,
And if you didn't use your stop, look, and listen, oh, well, sucks to be you, dude.
yeah. That is true too.
I mean, it's probably still the same way.
Well, Camp Casey ain't there anymore.
You sure about that?
Mm-hmm. Everything has moved south.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought Casey was still there because that's where they have processed everybody.
Yeah, that's where you got processed if you were going into 2ID. Yes. However, I heard that all that stuff has moved down south.
No, I
Yeah.
just looked it up. Camp Casey is still open and active.
Okay. Okay.
Now I know Stanley's closed. So,
Well, ain't nobody ever wanted to go on Stanley.
well, that's where I was at.
Well,
I
yeah,
didn't,
or if
I
you had a commander that wanted to run to the fucking back gate of Stanley,
had a what?
it had a commander that would want to run from Casey to the back gate of Stanley.
Oh, no. No, I was stationed in Stanley. I didn't have a
Yeah.
choice. They said, this is where you're going.
Yeah, but I had to make 2 PT runs from Casey to the back gate at Stanley
That was a
and
ways.
back. Yeah, that was a fucking ways. Like, that was like a fucking 10, 11 mile run.
No, it's longer than that, I think. I can look it up.
Thank goodness I only did it twice. Well, you're looking it up.
22 miles.
22 miles.
One way. And there was only 3 times I was ever in Camp Casey that I remember. The day I hit Korea, one time shortly after I got to Camp Stanley, and the day I left Korea.
Yeah, it takes you fucking a year to move from one building to another that is probably about 25 feet apart.
Maybe, yeah.
Took you a year to get there.
Yeah.
Hence Turtle Farm.
That's why it was called that, because it took you a year
to go 25 feet. Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny. I mean, I was only 22 miles away from Camp Casey, and there was only one time I had only been in country a short time, and a friend of mine from Fort Riley, we was stationed at the same unit together, came, and he was in Casey in processing, and I went down and saw him over a weekend, and he found out he went up on the DMZ, that camp up there.
Yeah, I remember.
Pelham, I think. Pelham, I think is what it was.
Yeah, there was a couple of them right up on the border.
Yeah.
One large unit, and then you had the one that was the actual guards at the, I don't remember the name of the buildings.
Yeah. Yeah, it's some fancy ass name.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently up there those guys were a lot harder on their equipment than in Camp Stanley, because my buddy called me a couple months after he got in. He's like, dude, transfer up here, please. I need help. I'm like, why? What's up? He's like, man, we're working freaking 12-hour days, 7 days a week, because we don't have enough mechanics. Shit's breaking too much. And I said, man, they ain't going to let me transfer. So.
Yeah, because everybody was always hard up for soldiers. Didn't matter what unit you're in.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't stand, well, all of Korea, if you ask me. Well, the northern part of South Korea was never staffed properly, if you ask me.
No, was not.
Not if it came to anything that was outside of infantry or artillery.
Yeah.
Everything else was understaffed.
Yeah, and they would put Sergeant First Class gun bunnies in charge of a freaking mechanic platoon. About the dumbest thing there is. Stupid asses didn't know their ass from a hole in the ground.
Yeah, now when it come to small engine, larger engine,
they didn't even know what a fucking engine was.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, Sergeant, need this part. Well, can't you get one? You tell me. I don't know. You're a fucking dumbass too. No, I wasn't nice to him, because it was stupid. You know, you put non-automotive personnel in an automotive unit, that is the epitome of stupid.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Just like putting me in charge of a gun bunny platoon. Stupid. That would have been a stupid move. Been like, y'all need to shoot that way. Well, where do we hit? Sarge, I don't give a shit. Just shoot that way. That's all I know. I mean, damn. Or you get
and
these.
us individuals, the 13 Foxes on the receiving end would be like, where the hell are you shooting at?
Oh, no, but Sarge just told me to shoot this way. So I shot. Yeah, no, I see. I mean, thank God I was never put in charge of something like that. I was glad to not be a part of that equation because I would have, somebody would have gotten hurt.
Yeah, because you know how big the live fire box is in South Korea?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not too very big.
no,
And there's only one.
hell, we'd go up out in the field and shoot at a side of a mountain.
Yep.
I'm
yeah,
serious.
For the
Oh no, I agree because I mean that's what they do at Fort Sill. They shoot the side of mountains.
well, no,
It's
we're
not a mountain,
talking
it's
when
just an
you
oversized hill.
no, we're talking about when you do your weapons qualification from 25 meters to 300 meters, you're going in an elevation of 300 meters, if not more.
Yeah, that's where someone would have gotten hurt because I had no idea about that. I never learned. All I know is I remember the line was set up and they were shooting something or they were shooting rounds off, and I just happened to look up and I saw a couple rounds hit the side of a mountain, and I saw the dust cloud off the side of the mountain. I'm like, oh, that's fucking cool. And then I went and took a nap. Well, at least I tried to, because the next time that they ran through the firing range again, I think I was less than 100 yards away, and a concussion made me bounce off my cot. It hit me so hard I bounced off my cot, and I'm like, well, fuck, I ain't gonna get my nap now. So I got up and I just wandered around, and because I had nothing to do. I couldn't work on the tracks. Nothing was broke. So it's like, all right, well, I'll figure something out. So I read a book, and yeah, I didn't like the live fire ranges. I really didn't. Just because I couldn't pull the string.
You want to be able to go.
That's all I wanted to do was pull the string just once. But no, nobody would let me pull the string. Like, come on, man. I'll even wait till you tell me.
I mean, come on. Exactly.
And that's ridiculous because the weapon is already sighted in by that time.
Yeah.
And pulling that string, you don't have to pull very hard on it.
Right.
It's like if you were trying to pop up a yo-yo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Oh, yeah. Don't take a lot of attention to fire that gun.
Yeah, no, I was told that no, our sergeant would have a real shit fit if he even knew you was in here. I'm like, thanks.
That's just fucking rude.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I never got to pull the string. So my life is meaningless.
Yeah, well, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I didn't get to pull a string either.
Now, for you, that's just, I'd have said, no, hell no. Move out the way, boys. I'm the one that tells y'all where to fire this bitch. I get to pull the string. It's like, you can afford me that. I'm in the same sphere of work. So I get to pull the string at least once. But yeah, I was a lonely old mechanic.
Well, I think you should have been able to pull the string, but that's just Ron's opinion.
Well, you know what? I like your opinion, to be honest with you.
Well, I appreciate that.
Because it goes along with my opinion. I agree.
Right.
So, Brian, when are you thinking about starting your podcast?
Well, right now, still just trying to get everything together. I am getting the website put together. I went ahead and just scrapped the whole Ready Without Fear one. I was just after a little while, just really wasn't feeling it. So I was like, all right,
Right.
we'll just trash it. So putting the site together, getting the show up on Pod Home and yeah, go once so really just kind of get a couple of episodes out there, and then whenever I get in on days off, I'm going to actually start just seeing if I can find some folks who might be interested in starting up on the sponsors. Because I mean,
Well,
the worst that happens is that they don't receive it, because it'll be cheaper than any radio. Because I've kind of way I kind of looked at it is, if you just wanted to do just a normal pre-roll spot, um, it was I was going to say probably about $300 for a pre-roll, because it'll be targeted to the people of that area. So, and you're not only going to be held to the people of that area, you're going to be held. You're also going to get to the people who are interested in that area. So,
right.
but yeah, so like looking at. I mean, if I end up doing a 3-hour show, which is kind of what I'm looking at, then you'll have probably about 6 mid-roll spots altogether, so 2 per break. So you got some mid-rolls, some pre-rolls. If you want an end roll, you can do that. There's that. If you want to have a featured sponsorship, then that one's probably going to be quite a bit, and be really cool if I could get the Sayer to Weatherford voice podcast brought to you by
Right. But will you have enough
Barbara Dyson Ford.
will you have enough content to run every week for 3 hours?
I'm going to say I will.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm just asking.
I don't know either. Honestly, I don't know either. That's kind of the reason why I'm going to do a couple 3 episodes, and then find out if
I mean, are you mixing local news or,
it's going to be mostly local with a little bit of just state. National news will only come into effect if it is about Oklahoma,
okay.
and more specifically about Western Oklahoma. But when it's most of the news be going to kind of break it up into, you got your current events, you got local events for 4 different towns. The main, because there's 4 essentially on I-40, there are 4 towns that you go through. There's Sayer, Elk City. You buzz right past Canute, but it's close enough where just you can walk over to I-40 and in no time flat. Clinton, so 5 actually, 5, because there's Clinton and then Weatherford. So that's where the name Sayer to Weatherford voice comes into play.
Right.
So, and let's see here, bring my deal up. Say so yeah, Sayer, Elk City, Canute, Clinton, Weatherford. Then there's state news, local news, and I mean just different parts about. Want to talk to a lot of it'll be seeing what it takes to be able to getting on particular mailing lists, see if I can team up with different assorted chamber of commerce,
Yeah.
because they'll be up to wanting to provide their calendars for events. So that'll help get their word out and stuff. So being able to help them to be able to disseminate their information out to everybody. So we've got the events, we got local news, which combination of I want the jailhouse report. That's always been something that's just kind of fun in my own weird twisted sort of way. But yeah, have like the jailbird support or section. Talk about the sports for each town. Highlight a particular business, which would be basically a kind of just essentially a paid advertisement. So, but also want to start trying to get people to understand that there's freaking clubs out in this area, in this neck of the woods. Because that's one thing my wife is just always just kind of cursed about about the western part of Oklahoma is there's not really a whole lot of activity groups out there.
Right.
And more specifically, there's not really any art centered groups. And that's one of the things I've kind of told her is like, well, start one. And she's that's way out of her comfort zone. So she's not about to start her own art club.
Well,
But
it would honestly be a lot easier for her to start one. And I mean, that's actually low key because one, you've got like-minded people coming together. So you start out with a subject or whatever, and then it morphs into whatever.
mhm.
Next thing you know, it's grown.
Yeah, and
I mean,
it starts growing. Yeah, you're going to get a bunch of the pretentious because she wants to do stuff that's art wise, and that's like, well, okay, and I
that is
get it.
always a possibility in anything you do.
Oh yeah, but it just
You're
seems
always going to get
the
the
reason why I'm
Sister Betty
saying that,
Bertha bigger than
yeah,
you.
right, and they're always going to be around. But that was one of the things she did well. We both kind of discovered because we were part of of an artist group in out of Amarillo. We'd go down. They actually had a gallery set up in an abandoned mall that
Right.
and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. You paid some dues to the group, and they gave you a wall that you could put your work up on, and you could sell it if you want. And people came through all the time. Now, a lot of people, the only people that really bought a lot of the Western art were out of towners, which was always found kind of interesting. But when it came to some of the more modern type of art, more abstract type of art, I mean, you got people from Amarillo who are more likely to buy that type of art than they were like the cowboy riding in the rain type of image of paintings.
Right. But
But there was
that's the
a
beauty
lot
of
of
it.
oh yeah, no, it is. But there was a lot of people who were just way, way too pretentious. I mean, it was like, well, I only do paint with my color, paint like with this and this and this, and it has to be in the right particular time of the day, and blah, blah, and it just like going,
Well,
yeah,
good for you.
right, good for you, okay.
Others, let them be that way. You
And
see, that's the thing. Stop letting other people rent shit in your head.
well, yeah, but it was
I
just
mean, if someone wants to be that way, just look at it and say, "Shut the fuck up," turn
yeah,
around and
well,
walk away.
it
I
was
mean,
one of
it's that
those where we were
simple.
just we were just like, "Oh, really? Yes, I tell you, I'm just so tired from lifting this paintbrush and making 3 little strokes." Oh, it wore me out completely. It was terrible, darling. It was just simply terrible. Because there was a
Well,
couple of folks
okay,
who were
okay,
almost to that point. It was just like, "Oh my
but
god."
hang on. Here's an answer to that. If someone says, "Oh, I just 3 strokes and I was just wore out," well, guess what, honey? I got up and took a shit and had to take a nap. All right. 9 times out of 10, they're going to walk away and not talk to you ever again.
Oh, yeah, but it
I
was just
mean, come on now. Play fire with fire and then laugh about it.
well, I mean,
Were,
it's just funner to just laugh at them after they get finished talking. You're like, okay, boy, that was a lit firework. So,
were their last names Warhol?
no, there weren't any Warhols, but they were, I can't even remember their names. I just remember just they thought really highly. Oh, I remember one of the folks who's a photographer. No dig on the photographer, but but
Some of them are fucking pretentious.
it was this guy, last name, and I remember his last name because it's Livingston. And oh god, he would talk about, well, this is my art, and I do it the right way. And I was like, dude, I think you've taken 17 pictures and you just re-scramble them every day to come up with a different image, because every single one of his pictures had to have a lightning bolt in it.
Wow.
So no, and there wasn't ever any actual image that he actually took, because there would be, a set of a plateau or from one area, and he might have taken the actual picture in a different area, and there was no. It was just he wanted to create an image that was supposed to be around the Amarillo area. Or he was real big about Route 66 and stuff. But it was like every time he did a picture, you could tell when it was him, because there was always a damn lightning bolt in it. And I don't know if he ever actually caught the lightning bolt and he just saved it and snipped it out or whatever, or if he just bought, like 4 different types of lightning bolts, because he had 4 different types, and depending on the picture, he would stick into the picture for
Well,
and at a
simple. Someone says something like that, tell him, lay off Photoshop, dude.
no, I did. It was like, wow, that's a lot of photo. You do a lot of Photoshop in there. Well, that's my art. I was like,
no, that's not
all
fine
right.
art. I can show you fine art that is not Photoshopped at all. So, yeah, no, it's not fine art. But no,
he
people
was,
see, you see, that's the thing. People like that, I ignore those people.
well, to a
You know,
point, I will ignore them, but at the same time, it is real fun, depending on if I'm in the mood or not. But it's real fun just to fuck with them.
right. But if it takes away from something you and your wife likes to do, then it's a problem.
Well,
So just walk away.
yeah, that is the problem, because my wife takes it a lot more seriously than what I do. For me, it's just like,
And
okay,
and you
whatever.
and you see, she shouldn't tell him to shut
Well,
the fuck up
I know
and go on.
shouldn't,
I
but
mean,
yeah, it does.
or just flat out ignore him. Believe me, if someone gets that pretentious, I'm very well versed in turning around and walking away. I can do that and not even give 2 shits what happens after I turn around. Doesn't matter.
Right.
Because if you're going to come at me because you think your shit's better, I don't need to talk to you. I don't even need to know you, because what I do is my business. How I do it is my business. And I don't need anybody's approval.
Absolutely.
But, I don't know. I just, it just, I mean, I understand what you're saying, because, I mean, I won't lie, because, I've thought about joining a photography group down here, because there's one that meets in Ocean Springs every Monday night at
Okay.
6 or 6:30. And I mean, I'm on their Facebook page, but I've never gone to one of the meetings. I mean, I don't think there would be too many pretentious people. There might be a few. There always is in every bunch. I don't care, where you go. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm not afraid of getting my work critiqued. That's for sure.
Right.
Because it just helps me, be a better photographer. And maybe I didn't see something someone else sees. So if something gets pointed out, at least give me the chance to let you know what I was thinking when I took the picture. Because 9 times out of 10, I can still tell you my mindset and what I was thinking when I took the picture. Even 10 years later, I still know. So I don't know. But yeah, I would say I would say start one, start a group. And that's the thing though. Does your area, besides Facebook, does your area have like a bulletin board or something? Not a bulletin board. That's old school talk, but something that lets people know what there is to do around the area.
No, there's fixing to be,
Okay.
but I mean, other than what we have through Chamber of Commerce, not really.
Okay.
And Chamber of Commerce every at every restaurant, they have a little 3-sided calendar, little tent that sits on the table that gives you each month of events that are happening. So you can find out that Red Carpet Theater is doing a play on this month, or which they usually do
Okay.
one every quarter for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
So
Well, that's cool. I mean, at least you have that,
yeah, no, I've already got a lot of plans on, because I'm going to make a community calendar basically for all 4 of the or 5 of the towns.
Okay.
So
That's cool.
and just have it broke up. And that's actually something I'm going to see if I can find on as a plug-in, or if I need to actually create a plug-in for it. But yeah, just make a Google calendar, and have and see if I can find something that either I can share a calendar to, and it'll read off that calendar, which would make life a lot easier.
Right. Which you
Or
probably can.
yeah, but if or just create a calendar and then just create an ICS that I transfer over to a calendar. But if not, then just do a little vibe coding and create the type of calendar that I want.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I got mad at myself last weekend.
Oh,
Well, earlier this year, there was a car show that was set up that was supposed to be down here at the park, right?
okay.
Down by me. And it got rained out twice. It was set up in
Oh, damn.
June, and then the rain date, oh man, it poured that day. So it was canceled, and it was set for August 1st. I didn't put it on my calendar because I was going to go down and take pictures.
Aye.
And so I was like, and I didn't even think about it. And it was like the next day or the day after, because Facebook's really good at that. They wait till after the event, and then I see a post, about the car show, and I'm like, really? Thanks a lot, Facebook. So I missed the car show I was going to go take pictures at. And it was right down here. And that's the thing. I didn't see any cars come down my street. Normally, like during cruising the coast, look, dude can tell you, we saw old cars running up and down my street. And yeah, I didn't see a one. And I was just like, that's just freaking rude. I don't care who you are. That's just rude. So, as far as I know, the next car show is cruising the coast.
Okay.
Oh, and I don't know if y'all have heard this. Probably doesn't mean nothing to y'all. But Capital One bought out Discover.
Did it really?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It bought out Discover. And the reason I know this for a fact, I got an email from Discover, because I have a Discover card, that says your account will be transferring to where you pay for it through Capital One. And I was like, excuse me? I mean, nothing of the card, the details are changing, and I just got another email the other day, I think starting later this month or next month. I can't remember, but I will no longer go to discover.com to pay my Discover bill. I will go to Capital One. I was like, that's just freaking stupid. So yeah, Capital One now owns Discover.
Well,
Capital One. What's in your wallet? Discover card.
And Capital One, because I got both.
Well, I ain't got neither one.
Be glad. But yeah, I don't know. It just bugged me because, when I pay bills, when I pay these bills, I know exactly where I have to go. I've got the shortcut set up and everything, and then now it's like I got to change my whole thing. It's like, really? I mean, thank goodness I pay both of them on, at the same time of the month. So I pay one, I can just pay the other one right there and knock out two bills with payments. But it just, I I like the separation, okay? But no, it seems like everything is getting collapsed. Oh yeah, and with my Verizon, I switched plans. I'm still with Verizon, but they had me on the unlimited ultimate or something like that, whatever it was, like 90 some dollars a
Right.
month, like this. And I freaking went with their say a simplicity plan, and I dropped it like $40 a month. So
Hmm.
so yeah. And actually when I looked at the plans and freaking compared them, because I didn't just compare prices. I compared, what you get under the simplicity plan versus the one I was on. The simplicity plan is actually better and it's less money. So I was like, shoot, yeah, I like that deal.
That's good.
Yeah. And I'm hoping to have my phone paid off probably by the end of the year is what I'm planning. I'll pay it off and then I will remove Google and put the Graphene OS system on it.
there you go.
Yep.
For what reason?
Security.
Okay. Right.
Just because Android, which is Google and all that, they freaking track you. Every click, every button press, anything, you get tracked. And so with the Graphene OS, you can cut all that out. You don't need it to have the phone work. The phone can work by itself on its own. But we've just, yeah, I don't know. I mean, people have just gotten used to it being that way. And with all the chances of phone, your phone could get hacked or, anything like that. And now
Yeah.
with a lot of apps wanting that two-factor authentication to make it more secure instead of just changing things there. Oh no, let's add another app. Graphene OS makes, and it's for Google Pixel phones and some of the off-brand phones like Samsung, Apple. No, can't do it. Motorola can't do it. But you can put Graphene OS on it, and then like the apps that I need from the Play Store, I can put them in a sandbox and operate them that way and not give Google access to the rest of my phone. They can only see what's in that little sandbox.
Oh, okay.
So
Make sure that there's one in the corner, just a real small piece of cat shit.
I will try and figure that out. I'll put something in there. They freaking go to track it. It just screws their shit up. Now I had been, looking at this for a while, but I'd been needing a Google Pixel phone, in order to do it. And then with this dude that lives in Georgia that is going through the court system for using a feature of this operating system called a duress password, where it wiped his phone because he was at the border and they was pressing him to look into his phone. So he freaking give him a password that they punched in, and it wiped his phone, and they arrested him because they said he destroyed evidence. Well, now it's come to light that they had no real reason. They've stated this. They had no real reason to go into his phone. They just wanted to do it because they could.
Right.
But it's still going through the court system. But yeah. So yeah, and I'm like, I don't care. Let's say I go traveling to another country. If I come back, no, you're not going through my phone because you haven't proved that I've done anything wrong. And I'm not going to give you anything to try and prove that I did something wrong. So yeah, I will wipe my phone. I will give you a password to wipe my phone, and I will go to jail for it. I don't care, because that is my information. Just like if I take pictures, that is my content. I decide who gets to see my pictures. That's the way I look at it. Whether I'm right or wrong, that's for me to figure out, not anyone else.
Or just get a burner phone, and when you get back from your trip, you send all that shit to your other phone, and yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah, I could do it that way. Get a burner phone and do that. I'd rather have one phone myself, because that would mean more phone numbers I'd have to keep track of.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
I mean, that's the way I look at that, because that just means I would have to keep track of both phones. It's like, yeah, no, I just put the Graphene OS, set up a duress password. I just wipe the damn phone.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really store much on my phone anyway, but still, my phone, my choice, right? Just like my body,
Yeah.
my choice. Same thing.
Your body hasn't been your choice since the day before you came into basic training.
Well, that is true. That is true. But I'm going to fight it tooth and nail.
Oh, I got it.
But yeah, no, I've been watching that case kind of close. Not, I'm not living on it, but I don't know if y'all have heard. I mean, it has gained national attention now, or starting to really gain national attention. Over the 4th of July, there was a young man that died over here on Horn Island.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and apparently his mother was asking questions. I mean, publicly asking questions, because the what I've read in a couple of the articles, the first autopsy said it was the cause of death couldn't be determined. Well, then the family had an independent autopsy done, and it came back unconfirmed as well. And the mother's been publicly asking questions. Well, apparently someone got pissed and put a complaint in on her. She's a nurse. And so, since there was a complaint and it was filed anonymously, but it had to be investigated, and that was in the news, and it's, she's been cleared. There was no wrongdoing. It was just, it, if you ask me, this is just kind of my personal opinion, because there's been 3 other people arrested that don't even live down here, that are calling up different, like, witnesses connected to the case and whatnot,
Right.
calling them up and threatening them with harm. And there have been 3 people arrested for doing that. Yeah, they call it. I can't remember exactly what the charge is. It's weird though. It's threatening communications using interstate commerce or something. I'm not. I've never heard of it, but apparently, if you live in another state and you call a witness or clerk of the court or whatnot and make these remarks, they can come back on you and arrest you for it. One person was from California, and the other two were from somewhere else, other places. And it's like, okay, this young man died over the 4th of July weekend. The cause of death can't be confirmed. And all of this has just been going crazy over here. The mother's asking questions, and now witnesses are getting tampered with. You know, there's something wrong here in my eyes. This is the way I think. Because if this was just if this was just a run of the mill type of deal, it wouldn't have this much national press or even local press or state press. But it
And what island
is
was it?
Horn Island.
Horn Island? Okay.
Yeah. It's about 10, 15 miles south of me, southwest of me.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, this is just what I could be wrong because I don't know the details of the case or anything like that. But if there is this much crap going on, against the mother, against, witnesses and shit like this, then I would lean towards foul play. And I'm actually,
Conspiracy.
how do you mean compared? God, I can't talk now.
Yeah, conspiracy of what's going on in Horn Island.
Well, I mean, this is just, things happen once in a while out there. I mean, no one lives on the island. It's just an island everyone goes to. And, this is just something that happened over the 4th of July weekend. And this guy was with his friends and everything. And, oh man, at first, Facebook was lit up. Everybody was claiming race and throwing all kinds of shit. And it's like, you dumbasses don't even know any freaking detail whatsoever. How can you be throwing this shit out?
Right.
And it's like, hey, it's a freaking fiasco, man. What you want to bet this all gets turned into a podcast?
I'm sure someone's going to do it.
If they haven't already.
Yeah, I haven't looked. So
Yeah, I haven't either. But yeah, it was just a young man. I think he was 20 or 21, black kid with his friends, and they were all mixed. Okay, there was, and they were out on a boat, and yeah, he wound up and died. Was found a couple days later. So I just think it's crazy that they can't figure out how he died, though.
Right. No, that's always kind of a not sure how. It's like, well, he got a lung of water in his lungs, that would be a good indicator that he drowned,
Right. But and you'd see that's the thing, I mean, out there at Horn Island, there's nothing. There's just an island of sand. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird that they can't figure out a cause of death after 2 autopsies.
Well, and here's why. Because God says, you know what? I need this young man. And he took him.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, no, that is 100%, the way it happened. But yet, you would think they would, claim natural causes or whatnot. I mean, from the pictures I've seen, the young man looked healthy, but that don't mean nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, I mean, the dude could have had a heart murmur that just kicked in at the right time, and that's it. Your lights are out.
Yeah.
You know, but you would think the MEs would have seen that if that was the case. You know, if it was natural causes, I would think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems awful weird to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know all the details either, but I have heard that. I have heard of the story, and yeah, there's your typical sides that are coming out saying that running around trying to claim it's racism and stuff, and it's like, don't know anything, dude.
Yeah, and I mean, it's I wouldn't say it's racism just because of all the kids that were hanging together were from different races.
Yeah.
So
That's just
racism
that's the
is,
perfect crime.
well, yeah,
The
okay.
racist
But
looks like he's your friend, and then he sneaks up and he kills you.
yeah, I know it, but yeah, no, it's like, that's like, and that's why when people were throwing around the race cards, I'm like, y'all are just bigots, literally freaking bigots, because look at the pictures. All these kids got along. They didn't see color. They
No.
didn't see race. They didn't see status. They were all friends. Now, if a fight happened, I don't know, or whatever, but still. So I don't know. I mean, shit. Maybe he was in the water and a fish came up and stung him. A poisonous fish come up and stung
Yeah,
him. I mean, very unlikely out there, but stranger things have happened.
this is true.
But you would have thought that the blood tests and the toxicology tests and all like that would have shown, if a puffer fish swam in this close and stung somebody.
Right.
At least I would think it would show up and that someone would be knowledgeable in that. But then again, I don't know what the labs down here have knowledge in or not. So,
Yep, don't know.
me neither. But yeah, that's another one of the big doings down here.
Hmm.
So is y'all's school started back up yet?
Yep. They had classes starting. Had some schools that were starting class on the 5th. It's like,
Down
son
here?
of a bitch, what the hell?
Yeah, right. Down here, they started July 23rd.
See, that's just not right. I'm sorry. I would
Right?
be telling everybody. I'd be telling the schools like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm taking my kids out to Europe on that for that year for that month. So, we'll see you on September 1st."
Right. Yeah, I was shocked when I saw, all the school signs saying, "Oh yeah, school starts July 23rd." Why? I mean, down here though, down here, they get a week off for Mardi Gras.
Well, we used to get a week off to go for ski break. So half the town would take off to Red River or Angel Fire or Santa Fe or Taos,
Right.
or we'd always go up to Wolf Creek. But everybody'd take off for a week and go ski. So that was
Well, see
our
down.
winter break is usually about mid-February.
Well, ours. I mean, they get a week off for Mardi Gras. They get like another week off for some other it local holiday, and then like 2 weeks off for Christmas, like a week off for Thanksgiving. I mean, they get. I mean, school nowadays, kids get off. You sneeze wrong, and kids get off of school.
Right.
That's like, good God, we was praying for a snow day, and if the
Yeah.
and if the school principal could drive it in his 4-wheel drive, school was on.
Yep.
Damn the buses, which are only 2-wheel drive, but oh no, I can get around in my 4x4. You can make it to school.
Yeah, well, was it you or I'm trying to remember who it was saying that their bus routes now end at the pavement. So if you've got a dirt road, if your house is on a dirt road, buses don't go down the dirt road if it's raining.
Oh, really? No,
Yeah, it's like,
I'm not sure if that was me. Well, hell, down here, well, I mean, anywhere really. I mean, shit, a lot of people. I'm shocked to see buses still running because 90% of the people take their kids to school and pick them up.
right.
You know, because yeah, trust me, if I'm out and about, I try and get back home by 2 down here. Because if you don't, you got Ingles letting out doing their shift change.
Right.
That's a parking lot waiting to happen. Then you got kids getting out of school. You got all the buses and all the parents trying to pick their kids up. And all that lasts till about 3:30, 4 o'clock. And then you wait about another hour, and then you got everybody else getting off work. So I try and do everything and get home by about 2 o'clock. If not, I ain't getting home till after 5.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. It's freaking pain. It's a pain in the butt.
Well, sounds like it. And we
It
are
is.
up to 10 o'clock. So yeah, it's time to let's real quick. We'll throw in the website of the week, and that is the site Camel Camel Camel. That is Camel. Repeat that 3 times. Camel.com. And what this is it is a price comparison site. So if, like on Amazon, say you're looking for, I don't know, let's do a gun safe. And you find one, here's the biometric hidden gun safe, fits 2 pistols, quick access wall gun safe, hidden gun storage with movable bracket. It's $150. Now you go, okay, well, $150, that's not horrendously terrible bad. Well, you can either A, do a search by that name, biometric hidden gun safe, gifts for men, 18 inches. Copy that and put it into the search bar for Camel, Camel, Camel. Hit return. Include products that are not in stock. So it sometimes will find it, but if you really are looking for that one particular item, you can actually copy the URL and paste it into the search box, and it'll pull it up and it'll tell you what the current price is. And then you can actually look and see that, wow, $150 actually isn't a bad price because it used to be $160 at one time. So you can see, are the prices going up, going down? Is there kind of a regular basis? Sometimes you'll actually can look and see, does it go up for 3 months and then it drops down and loses $20 for a couple of months and then it jumps back up? You can actually look and see and kind of time. All right, well, I have a good idea that they're going to drop the price here in another 2 weeks. So I'm going to hold off on buying it for another 2 weeks. And you can actually find some pretty decent deals for on here. So this is actually kind of one that I use from time to time if I'm looking to buy something. That's how I got my current knife sharpening set. Was I used Camel Camel Camel, and because they were wanting like 175 for it at one time, and it dropped down to 125, and I just happened to been sitting on that money for a sharpening system, and I was like, sweet, that's what I want. And so I was able to save $50 off the darn thing.
Well, I mean, that's good. That's awesome. I'd forget about it though. I ain't gonna lie. I would forget about it because
it
like the
doesn't come from rock. Because it doesn't come from Rock Auto.
Right. By God. No, I would, because I mean, I would totally forget about it because, like the times we go down 300 rabbit holes in 3 hours. Yeah, I still did do the same thing, even not on the podcast, and that's just, that's every day normally. So Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would totally forget unless I made a calendar event or something to remind me.
Right.
And then I might still forget about it. I've been known to do that.
And we know why you would forget about it, because your last brain cell is a gnome running around playing a banjo.
That is no lie. That is
So
like
I think I sent that to you as a meme.
I think you did. Yeah. No, I take shots twice a week, right? Tuesdays and Fridays, right? I've got a notification that pops up on my phone that says, take it, in 2 hours. I've got it set for late in the day. I can take it
Right.
any time. I don't have to take it any certain time. I forget. If I don't do it within 30 minutes of me seeing that notification pop up, it'll be like 7 o'clock at night. Oh shit. I got to take my shot yet. I'll forget. My brain is just, it's out there. So, I mean, if someone uses that site, that'd be a great site for them. For me,
Yeah, it's
not so much.
not so much.
Not so much.
So, so all right. Well, guys, let's go ahead and let's land this big bird and say thank you to everybody who has taken it's time out of their busy day to sit and listen to what three good friends have to say about life in general and events in particular. And you probably have noticed that this show is a bit different in that we have not interrupted the show for a mattress ad. We haven't interrupted the show for a razor ad or some type of toothbrush or even a drop-in ad for McDonald's. We haven't done any type of sponsorship like that, and that is actually on purpose because we're not about the sponsors. We're not here to entertain the sponsors. We're here to entertain and 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 such for you. And so you are our target audience, not our sponsors. We're not here as a medium for our sponsors. We're not for them. We are for you and to help you see how guys talk to each other, how we, share our thoughts and our ideas and what we believe is important to us and to each other. And in doing so, we decided early on that we didn't want this show to be censored by a bunch of sponsors. So we didn't go down the sponsor route. We wanted to just go down the value for value route. And value for value has actually three different T's. There are three parts to value for value. And if you found any type of value, and that means that if we made you laugh, cry, think, or groan, or anything else, feel anything else, then we gave you some type of value. Now, what's that value worth? I can't say because I'm not you. Rich and Ron can't say because they're not you. So, what do you think that laugh, that chuckle, that groan, that eye roll, that oh good God, that you yelling at the radio because we said something wrong? What is that worth to you? And that might be worth the time. Maybe you like it enough that you're willing to tell your friends about it. You like it enough that you're willing to tell your family about it. You like it enough that you take the time out of your day to post a link to the show or to this particular episode on whichever social media site of your choosing. Or maybe you find that you got enough value that you want to commit some of your talent. Maybe you're really good at making graphic arts, and so you want to create some chapter arts for us or some episodic art for us. Well, then please do so. Make the art. Make it 2,000 by 2,000. That's kind of the only specific reference or point that I have in it, and just have it do something, mean something about the show and reference the show in some way. And then send it over to either me. My email address is circlecast, that's circlecast at gmail.com. You get a hold of Rich at rchelson, rchelson at gmail.com. And we'd love to be able to see your art, and let us decide which one we want to use for the episode and what ones we want to use for the chapter. And we'll give you all the different references and links to whatever it is that you want us to link to, and we'd be honored for that. And that's another way that you can contribute to the show. You can contribute time, you can contribute talent, or you contribute treasure. And that is, if you want to be able to help us pay for our hosting fees or whatever, then you can do so. And you can contribute by if you happen to have a modern podcasting app, which you can get over at podcastapps.com. You can choose one that has a funding tag. And what a funding tag does is when you go to our show page on that app, you will actually see somewhere on there, support this show. And you click on that and it'll bring up our PayPal page. And there you can choose to support us in any denomination you want, whether that is just $1 or $1,000 or even $10,000. And you can choose, do you want to do a one-time payment or do you want to make it a reoccurring monthly payment? These are all choices, and you can choose how you want to do it. And however you choose, you could probably even set a message, and we will read that message out on air. Or if you want to send us an email that corresponds with that amount that you sent, we would love to be able to read that email out on air and help and convey any message that you wanted to share. And that is all just another way that we want to help provide more value back to you for giving us value. And that's what value for value is. We provide value to you, you provide value to us. We try to repay that value with even more value to you. And just kind of, it goes back and forth. So if you want to be able to help, those are 3 different ways that you can help. Time, by sharing the show out. Talent, by creating art. Or treasure, by contributing money. And so with that, we'd love to be able to have you be able to get to know you and share your thoughts and your insights and your wisdoms with us, so we can actually have continuing discussions with you, with the rest of our audience, as the shows continue on. So with that, though, I want to go ahead and pass the mic over to Rich and say, Rich, what do you got?
Oh, not too much. Just I'm still amazed that people are still listening and still downloading, even though we've had help from the bots, which, thank you, bots. I'll say thank you to them. Even though they can't hear me, I don't care. But no, thank you for listening, really. And appreciate everybody coming back. And, like Bryan said, email us, let us know what you want to hear, if you have an idea for the show, let us hear your ideas. We'd love to hear them. We'd love to read them on air and talk about them, rchelson at gmail.com or circlecast at gmail.com. And, you can just send us emails and we'll hash it out right here on the air, like we do every Thursday night, and, share this out with your friends, your family, loved ones, everybody.
There you are.
Just tell freaking everybody about this show, because believe me, there is something for everyone. I'm not saying it's all good. Well, for us, yeah, it is. But, for y'all, well, it depends. So give us a listen and share it out anyway. Who cares? Because I don't know. I just drew a blank right there for whatever reason. My brain I was on a roll, and all of a sudden the squirrel left the cage. He said, I'm done. I'm out. See you. Bye. But no, seriously, that's about all I got for this week. Please come back and listen to us again next week because we are live every week now. So, dude, what you got?
Well, I think you two probably have said pretty much everything that I could add to it without, repeating it for the third time. But we'll say that, again, I don't know what our current numbers are right now because we did not discuss them this week. But again, thank you everybody for listening to us rambling down each one of these rabbit holes that we go down every week.
We're 47 downloads away from 10,000.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
So, all right. But that is what I have for my final words of the week.
All right. Well, with that, then, Ron, Rich, tickled to have y'all on the show yet again, and just glad to be able to sit down and talk with y'all and have a friendship that is this strong. So, guys, I hope y'all have yourselves a great rest of the week. Thank y'all again for coming on, and I can't wait to see y'all next week. So, with that, guys, y'all take care. We will talk to y'all next week. Till then, bye.
Later.
Peace out.
All right, guys. We'll catch y'all
All
back.
right, guys. Have a good
See y'all
week.
later.
Yep. Have a good
All
week,
right.
guys. Yep.
All right.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.